Hi, I am Tina C. Hines, your life transformation specialist. I assist women in unveiling their self love, self care, and self worth, and fulfilling their dreams of happiness by providing simple solutions to their challenges. Tonight, I would like to share with you my journey of going through depression, gaining a heck of a lot of weight, and also releasing it. Um, I, I'm going to just jump right in about my depression and my journey. Um, Several years ago, my mom took sick, and I've shared this story a few times on Lab. My mom took sick. She had a ruptured cerebral aneurysm and she was in the hospital for about a month and a half. And during this time, I'm an only child. So during this time, I went to Georgia and I stayed with her to make sure that all of her needs were being met. And while I was there, I was so busy taking care of her that I did a sucky job of taking care of myself. And so I stayed there for a month. I returned home, and it just felt like I was walking around existing and not even living. I was going to work, coming home, climbing in the bed, just going through this same routine day in and day out, doing nothing differently. Barely cooked, would always order takeout. Really wasn't taking care of myself. And then one day I went to work and my boss asked me, she says, Tina, are you okay? And I had to admit to her that I wasn't okay. And I said, it's taking every ounce of my strength to climb out of the bed every morning and to walk into this office and not crawl underneath my desk and cry and in the fetal position. So she asked me if I needed to go away. And, considering I had just been gone and I had just come back to the office the middle of January, I didn't feel comfortable leaving my job again, but I knew that if I didn't go away and take care of myself, I would be of no good to anyone. So in March, I hopped on a plane and went to Anguilla, British West Indies to do some soul searching. And through that soul searching, I don't know. I know, some of you probably are the same way. You do everything to take care of everybody. And you have all of these different hats. And it was like I was going and I was searching for something and I didn't know what I was searching for because I'm resilient and I always bounce back. And this was one of those times that I did not bounce back. Yes, I do know some people in Anguilla. I've been going there for about 10 years. But prior to this, I had not been, going there as often. I went there with some friends, and that's how I learned about the place. So I didn't bounce back. And I'm on the beach, and I'm just laying there crying my eyes out and just wondering what is going on with me. I just couldn't figure out what was going on, and I didn't like the way I was feeling. So many spiritual things happened to me when I was in Anguilla, and that was actually the place that I was when I had my awakening about being gifted with clairvoyancy and empath and being a medium. So, there's so many pieces to this puzzle that transpired by me going through depression and then taking this journey to Anguilla. So I returned from Anguilla, like I said, some things happened on the beach that would take too long for me to share. But I came back home and one of my friends said to me, Tina, why don't you do this meditation with me? And I was like, oh, no, I don't meditate. I'm not that chick. But I started meditating and I did the Deepak Chopra 21-day meditation. And with doing the meditation, it helped me quiet myself down. But that wasn't all that I did for my healing. My healing also required me to go find a therapist because I knew that this was the battle that I could not fight on my own. And so I found a woman therapist and I went and talked to her. And within half an hour, I knew I was not going to be staying with her because I started feeling her energy. So I fired her. And then I went and I found a psychiatrist who immediately talked to me for 15 minutes and told me I was bipolar. So I fired him. And then when I fired him, I went to his boss, who was the head physician in this group. And we started talking and he listened to me. And I told him, I was like, dude, how is he going to sit here and diagnose me in 15 minutes and tell me I'm bipolar and give me 3 pills? I was like, no, this isn't going to work. So that happened. And so I started seeing the new doctor and he worked out for a while. But I was taking all of these different medications that became overwhelming for me. And every time I went to my primary care physician, I would be up 3 or 4 pounds. And I'm just like, what the hell is going on with, I'm not consuming more food than normal, but for some reason, every time I come to you visit for a checkup, my scale keep going up and there's something wrong with that. And so, I go back to the, I call him quack. I go back to the quack. And so I was like, this medication isn't working. You need to give me something else. So he gives me something else. And so one day I got highly upset because I went into his office and he never looked at me. And I'm saying, I don't even know what his name is. So I'm saying, hi, Dr. Smith. So hi, Dr. Smith. How are you today? I'm doing good, Tina. Okay. So how are you? How was everything before? So he was steady talking, but never looking at me. So finally I go, excuse me. And what was hilarious was my girlfriend was with me, one of my besties, and she goes, Tina, stop. I'm like, no, he's getting money to work, he's getting my money and money from my insurance. He needs to pay attention to me, and he's not paying attention to me. So I was highly agitated. So finally, I go back to my primary care physician and I ask her, I said, do I really need to go see him in order to get medication? And she said, no, I can prescribe you medication. I was like, good, because here's the thing. You've known me for about 15 years. Dude has known me for about 5 minutes. And all he wants to do is fill me up with pills. I'm blowing up like a balloon every time I come in here and I'm not comfortable with it. So I fired him. Yeah, I fired 2 psychiatrists and a therapist, fired him. And then finally, I happened to be at one of my girlfriend's office who does my Reiki meditation. And she had this book. And in this book were these people who host workshops or whatever. And there was this man in there. His name is Ray. And he's a therapist. And so I was like, I need him. I don't know if it was the energy or what it was, but I said, I need him. I need to talk with him. And at the point when I had found him, I was having, I had my peaks and waves, my waves and valleys, my peaks and valleys, whatever it's called. I was at one of my lowest. And I called him on a Saturday. I got his voicemail. Within 30 minutes, he called me back. Now, he hasn't met me, hasn't seen me. All I did was leave a message that my name is Tina. I found you in this book. I understand that you go to this place and I need you. He called, when we talked on the phone, he did not diagnose me over the phone. He said, I just want you to relax and take care of yourself. I have an opening on Monday at 9 a.m. and you can come and see me. But between now and then, I want you I want you to relax and take care of yourself. He was so gentle with me. And I was like, I found the right person that's going to help me heal. And he said, if you're feeling any way during the rest of this evening, you feel free to call me and I'll call you back. Here's my cell phone number. He gave me his cell. I ain't even been to his office. I ain't paid him one thin dime. And he gave me his cell phone number. He is an hour away from my job, my house. These other people, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I drove an hour every 2 weeks to see this man. And he was helping me heal. He was helping me heal. And I was telling him about the doctor who said I was bipolar. And he said, do you think you're bipolar? And I said, hell no, I'm not bipolar. And he said, well, I'm going to get my little book so I can read you some of the characteristics of somebody who's bipolar. So he's reading it. And I'm like, no, that ain't me. No, that ain't me. No, that ain't me. And he says, okay, so you know you were right that you're not bipolar. And I was like, yeah, I know. He said, but I wanted to read it to you so you would have an understanding. So I worked with him. I told my boss every other week I have an appointment. For the beginning, it was every week. But every other week I have an appointment. I need to go see Ray. And we had an understanding of who Ray was and why I was going to see him. Because my boss, God bless her, she cares about me. She cares about the people who work with her. And so, hey, Miss Christie. So we worked together and Ray helped me on my journey of healing. But I still had some issues. And I gained the weight and it wasn't coming off. I was working my way through my depression, but I had not gotten comfortable of working my way on my weight. Because by now, I'm building up my business, I'm working with my clients, and again, I'm focused on everyone else except Tina. And I had a discussion with my primary care physician who was giving me the medication. And I said to her, listen, we need to find a medication that either is going to keep my weight right here or going to lower it. I said, but I cannot let it increase anymore. My blood pressure's, I have pills for my blood pressure. I have pills for the brain stuff going on. And I need to fix it. I need to do something different. Now, I'm going to be honest. I'm a lazy ass when it comes to exercise. I'm just keeping it real. I don't like it. I don't enjoy it. I don't want nothing to do with a gym. I will walk, but me and the gym, we ain't best friends. Here's my issue. Now y'all all gonna laugh at me, and it's okay. I ain't gonna get offended. I don't like to sweat. Plain and simple. I don't like to sweat. I don't like messing up my hair. So I'm not going to the gym. So I'll find out other activities that I can do that don't make me sweat out my perm. It's the stupid things. And go figure. I used to play tennis. I used to play tennis for a period of time. But at that point, I cut all my hair off and I went natural. And that was short-lived. I only did natural for a short period of time. So I'm working with this client. And I'm working with her on some things. And hey, Miss Karen, now my tears are coming, my eyes are burning. I'm working with her on a variety of challenges that she's facing in her life. And we worked together for a year. And she's, doing her thing. I'm working on the inside. I'm doing the inside with her. And she's showing up. She makes every appointment. She shows up to every workshop. And she was doing the work for herself. I was helping her with the inside. So I went away and we had my retreat this past May. And during the retreat, we had a photo shoot on the beach. A nice thing I like to give to the ladies to remember the experience. And I had my assistant working on, was working on a book of all the pictures that the ladies had taken so they can have a keepsake from the retreat. My assistant calls me up and she says, Tina, this book is going to be nice, but here's the thing. Either you need to lose some weight or you need to stop wearing white. Now, it's a good thing that I love my assistant because I would have been highly offended. But that's what she said. She was like, either you need to lose weight or you need to stop wearing white. So I decided I like to wear white a lot. So I'm going to lose some weight. Plus, I didn't feel like buying any more clothes. So this client of mine was sneaking around doing something with her outside. And this client is this woman you see, Icy B. George, who's on Blab. Sorry, my Periscope people, you can't see Icy. Let me see if I can turn it around and you can see her. I don't know if you can see her or not. So y'all can't see her. There go Icy. So she was working on her outside while we together were working on the inside. And finally one day I said, okay, Icy, I need to talk to you. I need to tell you some things. I said, here's what my assistant said to me. And I've been watching you. And your face is getting a little slimmer. And your body's getting a little slimmer. What's going on? And she said, whoa, I'm hearing something. And she said, oh, I'm making a total life change. And I'm drinking some tea. I was like, well, shit, I drink tea every day. She's like, you ain't drinking my tea. And so I said, okay, tell me about that tea. And so that is when I decided to make my total life change. She sat down and she told me about it. I asked her a million questions because I wanted clarity on what I was going to be doing, because I had tried so many products. Well, I won't say so many. I had tried a product to help me lose weight, which I did. But the problem is, I wasn't prepared for what happened afterwards, after I stopped using the product. I went down to a size 4 on this other product. And my closet ranged from size 4 to 16. That's a big range. I basically had a store in my closet from size 4 to 16, and that's absolutely crazy. And so I said, you know what, this has really got to change. So again, I kept asking questions because I was just being observant. And then finally I said, okay, I'm going to bite the bullet and I'm going to try it. So I'm going to share with you what I did for my weight loss. First, for those of you who haven't seen me, this is me. So that one, I was 193 pounds. That was in May of this year. This is me. I'm 175. That is in July of this year. And this is me right now. I'm 172 pounds. So that is me. And I keep this, and I shared it today on social media because I was looking at myself and I was like looking at the change of everything, my body, my face. I can even say my personality has changed a little bit. Something going on inside of me coming out. I'm exuding what I'm feeling on the inside. Thank you so much, Mona. Thank you, Mick. So, I went through this transformation, and you know, I used this product. And I know many of you have probably heard about it and you've seen other people post it and share it. But literally, I am not the multi-level marketing person. I'm just not that chick. And Icy can tell you I'm not that chick. But once I started using it and I could share my own results, and I know that women come to me and telling me one of their dreams is to release some dead weight, because I call it dead weight because it doesn't need to be there, because dead weight weighs you down. If somebody is alive, they're not as heavy as someone who's dead. That's dead weight. And so she gave me the tea. And I'm going to share with you a little bit about the tea. I have Icy here. She's gonna chime in whenever she feels like it. So the tea is an all-natural detox tea. It filtrates toxins and chemicals that's caused by the food we eat and the air we breathe. Thank you, Mona, for putting that. That's very helpful. And it gently cleanses the intestines while helping you lose weight. There are 26 benefits of drinking this tea. It reduces stress. Who got stress? Anybody want to raise their hand? They got stress? Give me a heart. Give me a hand raise. Stress going on in your life? It reduces the risk of cancer. It prevents cardiovascular disease. It combats aging. And I know I don't look 47. It aids in weight loss. It prevents wrinkles. It reduces the risk of arthritis. It strengthens your bones. It helps lower your cholesterol. Who has cholesterol issues? Okay. It prevents obesity. It is good for reducing diabetes. Who is challenged with diabetes? Oh, Mona, we got to talk. It strengthens your memory. Who needs Ginkgo? You can drink it. It mitigates HIV. It protects against Parkinson's disease. It provides protection for your liver. It prevents high blood pressure. It protects against food toxicity or poisoning. It reduces the level of sugar in your blood. It prevents cold or flu. It combats ear infections. It helps in herpes treatment. It relieves allergies, prevents cavities, removes parasites, stimulates your immune system, and removes intestinal sludge. This tea does all of that. Yes, Mona, it is a miracle tea. So you may be wondering what's in it. So I'm going to be honest with you, because I'm always skeptical about what am I putting in my body? And I don't know about you, but I like to be clear of what's going in my body, because you know, when you have medications, they have all those indications. If you drink this tea, here's everything that's going to happen to you. So what do you need? Another pill for all these things are going to happen to you. So there are 9 organic natural herbs in this tea. There's holy thistle, persimmon leaves, malva leaves, marshmallow leaves, blessed thistle, papaya, ginger, chamomile, and myrrh. And I don't know what any of those things were, so I had to go Google them and look them up because I needed to be sure. Persimmon leaves helps remove excess fat from your body. Holy thistle increases circulation and treats hormonal imbalance, and it helps with painful menstruation. Malva leaves, it soothes irritated tissue and inflammation, especially in the mucous membrane. It's great for ulcers and indigestion. Marshmallow, not marshmallow, marshmallow. is a remedy for bruises and bleeding, and is a mild laxative. Blessed thistle improves your memory and digestion and helps against inflammation of the liver. Papaya soothes ingestion and heartburn. Ginger helps with nausea, eliminates intestinal gas, and is an anti-inflammatory. Chamomile treats digestive disturbances, gastrointestinal spasms, inflammatory disease of the gastrointestinal tract, cough, colds, fevers, and bronchitis. And myrrh is protective against aging skin and helps with your menstrual pain relief and soothes the throat and mouth of inflammation. So you're getting all of these things in a tea. Mona, you need gallons of it. You're hilarious. So I use the tea. Again, I started this journey in June, early June, right after May, early June, I started this journey. I decided to add something else on top of that, which is called the Resolution Drops, which is a dietary supplement that's an appetite suppressant. And I used that because I wanted the combination and I knew I wanted to lose weight. And so I just followed the regimen of the selected foods that were given to me to eat, which was still great because there is an abundance of foods that I can enjoy. And, you know, some of the things that I enjoy, but I can't no longer eat. But, you know, I avoid my white stuff. I avoid the rice. I avoid the sugar. I avoid the pasta. I love bread. You guys don't know how much I love bread, especially hot bread. But I know that bread is the number 1 cause of my weight gain, and I have to avoid it. I haven't had a bagel since May. Y'all don't know that I'm fiending, right? Good morning, Rhea. I'm fiending, and somebody had bagels in my office today, and I was hot. But I just walked right past those bagels, and I told my coworker, I said, listen, don't you let me touch those bagels. So how do you know what did the weight loss, the appetite suppressant or the tea? So I would say more so the tea did the weight loss, because I have some people who are just doing the tea, and the tea helps with the weight loss because it's cleansing you. And sometimes when you cleanse, that's when you're releasing your weight, because you have all this built up sludge inside of your body, and it's not going anywhere. So you need to release it. The appetite suppressant, again, for me, it was just like I needed something that was going to help me make this lifestyle change. It was better for me to have it because when I use the Resolution Drops, there is a set list of all the vegetables I can have, all the fruit that I can have, all of the fruits, vegetables. What am I missing? Fruits, vegetables, and protein. So I'm getting feedback, Icy, I think. So it's giving me everything that I can have. So then it made it easier for me to really create an eating plan for myself, because I had a list of what I could have. So it was the combination of monitoring the foods that I was intaking and drinking the tea. And then, you know, the suppressant is just helping me consume less food. And literally, in my group, I shared what my normal plate looks like. If it fits into my palm of my hand, that is about 3 to 4 ounces of a protein and of your vegetables and of your fruit. And when you do the Resolution Drops, you have a maximum of 1,200 calories. Is that correct, Iselma? Okay. You have a maximum of 1,200 calories. So, and as Icy says, the drops help accelerate the weight loss. You know, I've been on this journey, as I said. I started it in May, and I wouldn't be talking about it if I didn't believe in it. And I told Icy the same thing, because even women's whose products I use, if I use a person's products or service, if it's not good, I don't say nothing. But if it's good, I'm going to blow it up. And I do that because I know that not everyone is connected to everything and everybody. Like my lip gloss, yeah, every time I've been on Blab, y'all see me with this lip gloss on. I'm in love with this lip gloss, and it's made by Lala. I forgot the name of it, but I love it. I got 2 extra containers of it when I bought it because I love it just that much. And I actually did a promo of different products that I've used. So I'm sharing this with you for those women. Yeah, motives. So those women who, motives is the lip gloss. For those women who are challenged with their weight or need to transform and get rid of that heavy, dead weight, that sludge that's inside your body, I would like to encourage you to at least try the tea. And the there's 4 packages that come when you purchase the tea. And what you do is you create a gallon of tea. So I usually go buy a gallon of water and I boil a little bit of it. You're boiling like a liter of that water, and you're seeping the tea bags in the water. And then you pour the rest of the water in there, and you let it sit overnight or 8 hours, and then you pour the rest of the cold water in there. And so what I do is I have the jug in my refrigerator. Now I have some Aquafina bottles laying around the house. Well, I have some smaller ones. So I fill up all my smaller ones so I can just go in my refrigerator, grab it and go. And you consume it for for lunch and for dinner. You take 8-ounce glass with your lunch and your dinner. And if you need to, you can drink a 4-ounce glass with a snack. But I only do my lunch and my dinner. And 1 gallon will last you for 7 days. So this package of tea bag, you will make a gallon and it'll last you for 7 days. And if you place an order, you receive 4 packages of the IASO tea. And that will get you through a month. If you decide to do the resolution drops, mine lasts longer than a month because sometimes I left it at home and I forget to take it. Like if I forget to put it in my pocketbook if I'm going out somewhere. So mine has actually lasted longer than a month. But again, it lasted for a month. And now for me, let me tell you, I'm talking about the drops and the tea. Yes. So let me tell you what for me. I wasn't restricting myself of I need to lose this amount of weight in this amount of time. I allowed myself to gradually lose my weight over a period of 3 months. Is that 3 months? May, June, July. So over a period of 3 months. And what I did was, so she said, Icy said the drops will last about a month and 2 weeks. And I allowed mine to, give me 1 second, because I can't type. And do that. So I allowed myself 3 months because I knew, although I was trying hard not to, I knew I was going to have some moments of weakness. And so when I did lose the weight, I decided I wanted to celebrate. And I went to Longhorn. And I was good because I had a steak and broccoli. My steak and broccoli and my tea with no sugar. But that menu to the left of me that had a carrot cake on it with cream cheese icing, no alcohol. Yeah, that did a number on me. But the girl told me I was worthy because I had lost my weight. And I indulged. She said, not the carrot cake. Yeah, girl, not the carrot cake. It was so good with the cream cheese icing, Darisha. With the cream cheese icing. But here's the thing. I didn't deprive myself. Don't start, Darisha. Yeah, with nuts. I didn't deprive myself. I allowed myself to have it. And that was my treat. And I still moved on. But I wasn't asphyxiated on losing my weight in 1 month. I was asphyxiated on getting healthy and transforming my lifestyle. because I know that it is a lifestyle transformation that is needed in order for me to maintain what I've lost. So I went on a trip, and when I went on my trip, I did not have my tea with me. I did not have my drops with me. I just went on the trip cold turkey. I still monitored the food that I ate, and I avoided rice at all costs. Rice will make me gain. Bread will make me gain. I don't drink soda, so I was perfectly fine. I get tea with no sugar. I can't do any zero carb stuff because they have that aspartame in it and it makes me sick. So on this journey, I maintained while I was on vacation. And I came home, I'm like, oh God, I know I'm gonna get on that scale and I'm gonna be over 2 pounds, 2 or 3 pounds. And I wasn't. I was perfectly fine. And I maintained for about 3 or 4 weeks before I decided that I was going to continue on my journey, because I broke my weight loss up into increments. I didn't say I want to lose 50 pounds because I knew that every time I wanted to reach that goal, I would be depressed if I didn't get there. So instead, I broke it up into smaller increments. So on the first leg, I lost 19. And now I'm working on the balance of my 15. I don't want to be 100. I don't want to be a size 4 anymore. A size 4 was too small. You know, my face looked tiny and I just didn't look like right. But I do want to be 160 comfortably. Whatever size clothes that is, okay, fine. Because I can, in my closet, I got choices. Size 4 to 16, I can fit anywhere in there. But I just wanted to create a healthier lifestyle for myself and create better eating behaviors for myself. And now I've done that. And that is why I'm willing to share it with other women and willing to guide them on their journey of releasing dead weight. Now, I'm going to be perfectly honest. When you make a lifestyle change, it does take dedication. I know that I don't like to exercise. So I know that I can't commit to going to the gym 3 or 4 times a week. I'm just being honest. That is not my thing. However, I can commit to walking 3, 4 times a week. I can commit to that. I can commit to parking at the far end of the mall when I go to the mall or at the grocery store. I can commit to that. But for me, I can't commit to working my body out as hard as I can if it's not fun for me. Now, I have a hula hoop, $2.99 at Walmart. I will hula hoop in my living room till the cows come home. That's exercise to me. And you have to find what works for you, because everything is not for everybody. So now I'm going to open up the discussion for anyone who has any questions while I still have Icy, because I don't remember how long before she has to leave me. How many more minutes do I have, Icy, with you?
I got a good 20.
Okay. So if anybody has any questions about my journey or about the Total Life Changes products, please, I think Mona said put Q / and then put your question and it'll come in. I'm an open book, so I'll share everything with you. And I forgot, I think someone asked about the alcohol, so I think she left. But no, you should not consume alcohol while you're doing it. Alcohol has sugar in it. Yeah. So why would you want to consume alcohol if you're trying to avoid sugar in your diet or in your eating program? Any else pertinent that you feel like you want to share, Icy?
Basically, you did very well. I'm so proud of you.
Icy said I did very well, guys. I explained everything from my journey of gaining the weight and the depression and about losing it. And I'm so pleased with my results. And I'm serious. When I saw this picture today, I just became very emotional.
I feel because like mama.
Yeah, you feel like a proud mama. I became very emotional because I'm like, I did this and I stayed committed to myself to transform my life. And even, created so many new behaviors. Like today was my day to package my smoothies. And I do spinach, strawberries, apples, and kiwi. And I buy the small Ziploc bags and I sit in my kitchen. I cut everything up, I clean everything, and I put them in Ziploc bags and I put them in my freezer. So every morning I can have my green smoothie and 2 boiled eggs or 3 boiled eggs. And that's typically my breakfast. And I need oatmeal in an English muffin every morning. But I've transformed my lifestyle and it makes me feel so good. I found a juicer. I bought a juicer. But my favorite thing, I bought a NutriBullet. I bit the bullet. I was waiting for somebody to buy it for me, but I just went and bought it for myself. I had a coupon from Bed Bath and Beyond, and I went and bought a NutriBullet. If you don't have a NutriBullet, you should invest in a NutriBullet. Put it on your Christmas list and tell people that's what you want for Christmas. The NutriBullet is a lifesaver. What if you have a physical problem for exercising, as I have 3 back surgeries and almost on the verge of another one since my spine is not healthy and I can hardly walk far?
I would definitely, we don't try to make any medical claims. We want to say that right off the bat. Of course,
okay. Hold on. You know what? Hold on 1 second. Let me take my earpiece out so the people on the oh yeah, Pam, I love my NutriBullet. So everybody on my iPad can hear you. So go ahead again.
I just want to make sure that we make that clear that we're not trying to make any type of medical claims, and definitely consult your doctor. I can speak from my own personal experience because I had to have 2 surgeries within the past year and a half, where I was physically limited as far as my mobility as well. I had to get to a physical place where I consulted with my doctors. They were aware that I was on these products and that I was getting my weight back down to where I needed to be comfortable to be able to move. I would definitely start with the detoxing and cleansing because, of course, with any, like Tina said, with any detox program, weight loss is going to occur. Where the body is being healed, these products will help with healing from the cellular level, which is a plus. And just definitely let your doctors know what you're doing so you're physically able to be in a better place where you feel better and are able, even if it's to do 15 minutes, because some people, a lot of you don't know me, but when I would speak about my weight journey on social media, I couldn't even do 15 minutes of walking. And before I was in an accident 2 years ago, and I couldn't, and I was a person that used to walk for 4 miles on a treadmill. I used to be able to weight lift 200 pounds and do 150 pounds on my legs alone. And now I can't do that. I'm back up to about 3 miles, but it took me time to do that. But the products did help me to get to that with the weight loss and just feeling better and having the energy to do it. So it's going to be baby steps. That's the only thing I could tell you. It is baby steps, but work with your doctor. Let them see the products that you're on. If you choose to do the tea, let them, the product speaks for itself. You're able to Google the information. So this is all organic. So it's not a fad. So, it's easy to research as far as these are, like Tina said, these are anti-inflammatory benefits that a lot of these leaves have. So it's not something that has a side effect that you would have to worry about. But you just work to where you are to a better you along with your doctor so they can see fit that you are able to maybe try 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and take it from there.
And that's the thing. We all take a lot of pills for anything, and we have to sometimes ask ourselves, is the physicians working for the pharmaceutical companies? Because I'm telling you, when that doctor was just pushing pills to me when I was going through my depression, I was just like, seriously, dude, you talked to me for less than 5 minutes, told me I was bipolar, and now you was giving me 3 prescriptions. And I know that I'm very sensitive to prescriptions. Anytime I get anything, I always have to be specific of I need the lowest dosage you have, because I will have a side effect from it. And sometimes some people don't get it, but my primary physician, she knows that she can't start me off in the middle and work me up or work me down. She has to start me at the bottom at the lowest dosage and then shift me if I need to be shifted. But I just, we take all these pills and I'm so over it. And I'm just like, I don't want to take any pills. I don't want to be, doing that. And I'm just glad that I had an opportunity to find this. And there's some other products that I'm in the process of trying. I'm not going to put my name behind them until I can try them myself. And I know there are a lot of people who are selling the TLC products, but this is Tina's personal thing. I need to be able to talk to the women who come to me and ask me about it, or the men, in order to give you an honest response. I can't say, go out and try this tea, and I have never drank it. I just can't do that. That's just Tina. That's like somebody asking me to give them a comment about their book, but I never read their book. I'm like, I can't just read the front and the back and tell you, oh, it's a great book, because I'm putting my name on it. And Icy used this word the other day, and it made so much sense. My name is all I have, and that's my integrity. And I'm not putting my name behind some stuff that's junk. That's just me. So do any of my ladies on Periscope have any questions that I can answer? I'm focusing on y'all now for a little bit. I see that I have 6 of you with me. So if anybody has any questions, you're more than welcome to ask. If you are interested in purchasing the products, you can visit my website. It's www.totallifechanges.com/Tina C. Hines. I'm going to share it on the Periscope, and I'm going to share it over here on Blab as well, for those people who are going to listen to the replay. And then there was something else I wanted to remind to say. But the past few months in the transformation that I've gone through, I'm absolutely loving it. And let me tell you the cost. For a 4-pack of tea, it's $44.95, excluding shipping and tax. It's $44.95. The resolution drops is $79.95, and it lasts about 6 weeks. So this lasts about 6 weeks. You'll get 4 packages of the tea, and the tea will last you for a month. And then they also suggest that you take a break in between each leg of the tea. Just don't be detoxing month after month after month. You take a little bit of a break to, just get your adjustments going on, and you can do your own cleansing naturally. And then, you can start back on the products. Again, that's what I learned today on a call. But, if you have any questions, please ask me. I would like to be well-informed versus being misinformed. Well-informed versus misinformed. Because I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I kept seeing this total life change. Oh yes, Icy wanted to remind you to drink a lot of water. I try to keep at least 40s on my desk. That's my nudge to make me drink it, because I have issues with drinking a lot of water. I'll drink hot water with lemon. I can't stand cold water with lemon, but I'll do that to make sure that I consume the recommended amount of water, because that's going to help with your cleansing process. Anybody who knows, and I'm quite sure that Miss Pamela from Turnaround Fitness can attest to that water is essential to our body. It helps with our skin as well. So and gives it clarity. So it's essential. See, I got clear skin. But, that is, it's been an interesting journey. I just can't tell you guys how happy I am. And I appreciate Icy for working with me and then working with me again on this journey. Because if I had not been helping her, she would not have been able to help me. And so now I am paying it forward by helping other women who come to me and say that they have challenges with their weight. And I can say, I have an option for you. But you have to be ready to make a lifestyle change. It is not about getting in a dress for a wedding. It's not about going to some great event or your class reunion. You want to look great. It's about making a lifestyle change. You know, I've noticed over the years how much that we are so busy to have quick food. And we don't realize that we can make quick food in our home if we took the time, and it contains less sodium, less sugar. But we're so busy because we're out and we want to do something quick. And I have my signature things when I am out, but for the most part, I think about, I ate this out and I could have went home and cooked it. I done spent $200 at the grocery store, and I done turned around, went to the restaurant and spent another $30 when all the fixings are in my kitchen that I could have made it. So it is about making a lifestyle change and stop feeling like everything has to be quick. Like this morning, I didn't have my smoothie, but I had 4 eggs, 4 egg whites boiled, and I had an apple. And I was good and I felt full until it was time for me to have lunch. For lunch, I had a chicken breast that was about the size of my hand. I had chicken marsala with a light gravy on it and asparagus, a small cup of walnuts, and I don't think I had fruit with that one. And then for dinner, I made chili, and I've had chili with my beans and my beef, no rice. So I'm able to still have some yummy food without consuming the rice and the bread. And it is about making a lifestyle change and finding those easy foods that you still enjoy without all the white stuff. So does anyone else have any questions that they would like to ask me? Because it is 9:30 and I know Miss Iselma has to leave. Bye, Icy. Thank you for joining me. Mwah. I love you, my sister.
Bye.
Bye. So does anyone have any questions that they would like to ask me? I'm trying to think if my Periscope people are still with me. Let me see. I think I may have lost my Periscope people. So, Mona, do you have any additional questions? Solo, thank you for joining. We were talking about my weight loss, and I'm going to get to your question right now. We were talking about my weight loss and my depression, and so that's what we're talking about because you were a little bit late, but there is going to be a replay. So why is food associated with depression so much? You know, Mona, I really don't know, because here's the thing. When I was going through my depression, it wasn't food that caused me to gain weight. It was the medication that caused me to gain weight. But sometimes people eat because they're trying to ease the pain. So they're feeding that pain that's going on inside them. Yeah, and in essence, yes, they are stuffing their feelings. So that's what they're doing. So it's easier to grab that bag of chips or to sit down and make a meal. Or sometimes when people are going through depression, they don't even feel like cooking. So they go out and they order all this food that is high in sodium, high in sugar, fried foods, and we consume it. Our mind isn't thinking, I want to eat healthy, especially if we are in pain. All we want to do is console the pain. And that's why I often talk about, we always have to get to the root of what some of our challenges are. Because if you know what the root is, then you know how to heal it or pull it out and throw it away and start healing your body. I knew the root of my weight gain was my pills. I wasn't gaining before then. I was okay. I wasn't as small as the 4 that I was a while ago, but I still wasn't as big as 190 pounds. 193 is the biggest I've been in all my 47 years. And it really felt uncomfortable. And a funny thing is, I had went to in April, I think it was, I had went to a family member's birthday. And my favorite aunt, she saw me and she hadn't seen me in a couple of months. And then she was recently here and she saw me and she's like, I was going to have a talk with you. And I was like, really? She goes, yeah, I was going to have a talk with you because I couldn't believe how much weight you had gained. And you have never looked like that in all of your life. And so I told her what had happened. And then she understood it a little bit better. And then I told her also what I was doing. She's like, yo, I see you doing good because you lost the weight. But for me, I'm 5'4", and it was really heavy on my frame. I've always been a very busty woman, but when I gain weight, I become really busty. And so it was weighing on my back. And so it became a lot of little issues that were coming from me being 193 pounds. And that is part of the reason why I just knew I had to let it go. I could no longer carry this dead weight on my body because it was no longer serving me a purpose. Yeah, that's some of the whys. I mean, as long as we get to it, and that's why I have you do that process, Mona, about asking yourself why to the initial statement, because you're going to get to it. You really want, yeah. So you're the same as me. You're 5'4", you're busty, and it pulls down on your neck and your lower spine. Yeah. So we wonder why we sometimes lean this way. That's because it feels comfortable. It's like, don't try to jump a rope, because if you jump rope, all you're going to do is be holding your boobs. And it's probably one of the reasons why I don't run on a treadmill, because I don't want to have 2 or 3 sports bras, 2 sports bra, or a good sports bra that's killing the crap out of you. And so then you have your bras cutting you because you're trying to hold up this excess weight. It's really not worth it. And, for my closet that goes from a size 4 to 14, it really was not worth it. And I didn't want to invest in any more clothes. I needed to go shopping in the back of my closet for some new old clothes because they were there. And you know what? I had clothes with tags on them. That was even the worst thing. So I cleaned out my closet. I did a mental and a physical cleansing. I cleaned out my closet, and anything that was a size 4, 6, and 8, I created a page on Facebook called Tina's Closet, and they're on there for sale. The first week, I made $200 in the first week selling my clothes, because I wasn't just giving my suits away. I just couldn't. I wasn't giving my nice dresses away, my name brand dresses. No. And I didn't, I wrote them, I deep priced them, trust me. But I just wanted to give them to somebody who was going to use them. And so that's what I did. I mean, I have this rack here because that's where all the clothes are in my dining room. But I created this rack, so I have a little system because I'm anally organized. And whenever somebody clicked that they wanted something on the page, I would wrap it up and I would mail it to them. But this was my way to assure that my clothes were going to someone else. Now that I'm losing the weight, I'm trying not to backtrack some of those back into my closet. And I think I'm going to donate whatever is still there in the next month to a shelter. But I just wanted to give other people opportunity. And trust me, women bought them because nobody wants to pay full price for clothes anymore. And a lot of my clothes are from Ann Taylor. And I just wanted to sell them because I wanted the excess money back. So there were dresses, there were shoes, there were pants, there were shirts, there were pocketbooks, there were jewelry. I went and did some house cleaning. And I just said, you know what? I'm not emotionally attached to these things. Let me let them go. In the beginning, I was emotionally attached. I'm not even going to lie because I just knew I was going to be a size 4 again. I knew I was going to be a size 4 again. But now that I look at older pictures, I'm like, I don't even want to be a size 4. That's way too small for my body frame. So I'm definitely not holding on to the 4s, probably not the 6 either. I'll probably be between an 8 and a 12, and I'll be comfortable there. But, the ISOT is what helped me. The resolution drops is what helped me. So I'm going to open up because there's only 3 of you guys here. So if you guys want to hop in the seat, Mona, I know you're not going to hop in the seat. If you want to hop in the open seat, you're more than welcome to. If you want to ask me some questions or if you just want to chat, It's 9:37 now, so my goal is to be off by 10. If you have any questions, you're more than welcome to ask me. Normally I do card readings, but that won't happen tonight because I'll be on too late. But I'll probably come back and do card readings sometime over the weekend. So, Miss Patricia, thank you for joining. Do you have any questions? I know you missed half of the discussion. So we were talking about my journey of going through my depression and the weight gain that I had, and I reached 193 pounds. You weren't here. So here's my picture of when I was a 193. That was back in May of this year. And then this was in July where I'm at 175. And this is me now at 172 pounds. So thank you. So I'm going to turn off this Periscope because nobody's on there. It's been a wonderful, wonderful journey. I'm happy with my results. And the floor is yours if anybody wants to ask questions, if anybody wants to hop in the open seat. Okay, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, who's anybody's interested. I'm not a big salesy person, so I ain't going to sit here and be like, girl, you need to get that tea, you need to get that. No, I've shared it. Okay, thank you. I've shared it, and I've shared the website if you're interested in it, or if you know another woman or man who may be interested in it, you can share it with them. Thank you so much, Shar. I appreciate you. If you know someone who really is on a journey and has been struggling with weight loss, invite them to come and talk to me. I will definitely ask them questions before I make the suggestion, because if it's not right for them, I'm not going to have them spend their money on the product, because everything is not for everybody. Yes, you don't have to buy both items. You can buy one without the other. I have I have 4 clients who are only doing the tea. And for anybody who purchases the products, I have a secret group on Facebook called Releasing Dead Weight. And anyone who purchases the product, they are invited to come into that secret group, because there's where you receive my personal support on your journey. I share a simple exercise Sansone where you can walk in your living room. That's my girl, because I don't have to leave my house. I share easy meals that you can create. I share about smoothies. I always share my, thank you so much, Char. About to call you Char. You weren't Char. Thank you, Patricia. I share my meals to show you exactly what I'm eating. So I'm letting you also hold me accountable. I'm at 172. I have 13 more pounds to go. That's my next journey. I have 13 more pounds to go. But yes, you can purchase the tea. If you go to the website that I shared with you, totallifechanges.com/Tina C. Hines, and then goes to shop now. Don't click the other button about members or all that. They'll go to shop now. And then you can click on you'll see where the tea is and anything else. As I said, I'm trying out some new products of theirs. They have an emu oil. Wait, give me 1 second. And it's this oil right here. I'm trying that now on my skin. Emu oil is pure. It contains a complete balance of essential fatty acids, omega-3, 6, and 9, which play a part in every function of the human body, including the regeneration of healthy new skin cells. Its help to replenish and rejuvenate the skin are indisputable. It's used for general skin care and moisturizing, skin rehabilitation after burns, cuticle care, dry cracked skin, anti-aging and wrinkles. Sure, I'm gonna get to your question. Prevention of stretch marks, hair care and dry scalp, soothe and discomfort, insect bites, scratches, cuts, and rashes. It has been shown to reduce inflammation associated with overused joints and providing relief. It's an anti-inflammatory agent commonly used for arthritis discomfort, muscle aches, joint stiffness, bruising, acne lesions, eczema, and psoriasis. So I'm just starting to use this product. I ordered it, and I tweeze my chin hairs. Lord, I'm going to have this on video. And so I've been using it. I just started using it. And so that is what I'm doing. So since you two are the only ones left with me, here's what I'm going to do. So give me 1 second. So they also have, thank you, Mona. So they also have these lip balms. And they don't have the different flavors on them, but I have the one that is like a shea butter. So since you guys are still hit with me and everybody left, here's what I'll do. If you could message me on Facebook and send me your address, I will send you one of these lip balms, but there's one requirement. You have to give me a testimony to let me know how you like it. Good, bad, or indifferent. I don't care. But I want other people to try it. And when they sent, there was 5 in the package, and I'm not going to try all of them. So if you just email me or message me, how about you email me? This is where I can get it. So here's my email, tch@tinachines.com. If you email me your mailing address, I will mail you one of the lip balms. And then let's say in 2 weeks, I don't know why, Mona. I'll look you up. In 2 weeks, you just give me your feedback on it. That's it. That's how much it's going to cost you. I'm even going to cover for shipping it to you. I used to have a friend button, and trust me, I've been getting a lot of friend ads. Are you looking at the right Tina? But yeah, I'm going to send you each of you one of these. You can test it out. In 2 weeks, you can tell me if you like it or if you like, oh, Tina, this stuff sucks. Either way, I want to get feedback from other people. And since you guys are the only ones who stayed through the end, I'm going to give them to you. But that's one of them. I'm going to look for you, Mona, and give me 1 second and let me do it this way. I'll go to my page and because I can't remember, because I think I put the same image on both pages, Mona. I don't know, Mona, because you don't have it up on yours. I'm looking at your page and you don't have the option for me to friend request. And I thought I used to have mine there, unless Facebook is doing something. But I can't see what it looks like from this end. So I'm going to share with you this is my personal Facebook page. Okay. So if you guys can email me your mailing address, P.O. box or whatever it is, I promise I won't come visit unless you're cooking something yummy. And I'll mail you one. I'll put these in the mail tomorrow when I go to the office and send these to you, and you can try them out and let me know. So what did you guys think of my story and my journey? Because we have a few more minutes. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Shar. I really appreciate it. You know, I shared this a lot today because I was hoping that more people would join, and I'm quite sure that many more will listen to the replay. Depression is real, and oftentimes we try to brush things off like it wasn't depression. or we let people brush it off like it, oh, you'll get over it. And I didn't want anyone to tell me that I was going to get over it, because I wasn't going to get over it, because I was going through something. And often we need to be mindful of when our sisters are going through something and listen to what they're saying and sometimes what they're not saying. And I'm fortunate enough that I have a circle of friends that I've been friends with since the 8th grade. And they recognized it immediately. And when I said I needed to go away, girl, I don't got over 5,000 friends. I only got like 800. When I needed to go away, my friends, they surrounded me and they said, you go do what you need to do. And they made sure my home was okay while I was away. And I'm always thankful for them. And I really appreciate them. Oh, I don't know then. I'll have to look at it when I get off. I have to look at it when I get off, Mona. It is. It's a very wonderful thing. You know, I'm very great. And would you believe my two best friends, their names, well, there's a third one. Their names begin with T as well. And then there's a third one. Her name is Josefina. But, you know, they are my rocks. And even when I started my coaching business and I was determined that my sisters that were going to be with me on this journey, and my bestie, Tammy, she says to me, Tina, this is your journey. It's not mine. And I'm okay being right here. I don't have to be with you in your business. I don't need to help you in your business. I'm okay standing right here in the back, watching your back to make sure you're okay. And when she said that to me, that's a real friend. That's what a real friend is, versus being evil and just wanting to take you down, or not being supportive of you, or trying to say, you know what, that's not a good idea. You shouldn't do that. She's been supportive in every journey that I've had. And that's what I call a real sister friend. And that's what I like to encourage for other women, to be like that with other women. You know, too many times it makes me sick to my stomach, plain and simple, that I find women that are catty and that cannot be supportive of one another, because you never know what a person is struggling with. You never know what a person is struggling with. And that one moment when you do something to knock them down may really knock them down, and you don't even know it. And I'm not saying that we have to get along with everybody. I'm not saying you have to like everybody. But we got to stop knocking our sisters down, because we are some sisters in pain. And we don't even realize that one push can push you over the edge. And God forbid something happens, because then they're feeling guilty. Oh, I should have. I shouldn't have. I don't ever want to live in that space of the shoulda, coulda, woulda. I treat all of my sisters with love. Even the ones who've done me dirty, I love you from a distance. Mama didn't raise no fool. But some people you have to love from a distance, and that's perfectly fine. But when people do evil, that doesn't mean I have to be evil. Yeah, jaded is not fun. You're so true. So true. Hey, Miss Kenna, how are you? Oh, she disappeared. I don't think anyone wants to hang with us tonight, guys. Okay, so I'm going to get off of Periscope right now. So if you ladies can send me your mailing address, I will put these in the mail to you tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for listening to my story about my journey with depression and my journey of the weight gain and the weight loss. If weight loss is your challenge, consider doing the tea. You can start out your journey with the tea. I'm going to support you every step of the way. If you know someone else is having challenges with it, you can share my link with them. You can share my page with them, and I will help you. Okay. You guys have a wonderful evening. I love you, my sisters. Bye.